Americans are in the red right now. They are losing money and they have absolutely stopped paying bills. These two stories that I'm going to talk about, as far as Americans are defaulting on credit cards at record levels right now, and the next story I'm going to talk about, where we're talking about credit card usage and how it is exploding, and you'll be shocked at how big this has gotten. This is going to show you why real estate will continue to fall in value. And if you are ready ahead of time mentally, you're saving up money, you're getting out of debt, and you're preparing LLCs or however you want to buy these properties, you're going to absolutely crush it. All right. So as we dive in, I want to remind everyone I've got a 3-day sale. I've only done this twice since I've been on YouTube. The Real Estate Masterclass offer. It's only been available twice. This is the third time we offer it. We only offer it twice a year. It is every single real estate class I've ever made ever, plus in the past, plus every real estate course I'll ever make in the future is included, and 12 months starting this month of once a month group coaching calls where you get to ask me anything you want. But we really do try and focus on real estate. But some people ask about alternative assets and how we're going to take those and buy real estate with them. Links down below. It's only good for like 3 days. Another thing I want to remind you, if you bought the Liens and Deeds course and you're wondering why I just spent a bunch of money on that, if you buy this real estate master course, because that Liens and Deeds course is in there, just email Dylan. He will look at your account and he will refund you out of this current purchase the cost, the money you spent on that. So it's even less. All right. Now, when we talk about the housing market and why it's worth something only for two main reasons. People are putting value on buying a house over renting. And that has to do with how easy it is to get money. There's lots of other factors, but when you look at just the basics, those two reasons are why home values are where they are, right? Well, those two reasons are also why they fall. You see, if you have people all of a sudden don't value homes, and hey, I just got into an escrow. What is it? I think I'm at 15% under asking price. And honestly, that price in escrow is now almost 30% down from its peak. So we're seeing this already, right? Where people are taking concessions, and I know it's going to fall farther, but I bought it for a reason to start a greenhouse. That's a whole another project. But my point being is, people are losing the perception of the value of homes, right? And so that's one thing. Now we've got to deal with credit. Well, these two stories, people are losing their credit like crazy, and they're not going to be able to buy homes either now or in the future for a while till they get their credit fixed. So check this out. This is at Yahoo Finance. Americans are defaulting on credit cards at record levels, says new report. Here's how to protect yourself in 2025. We're going to breeze over this one and get into the next story because I think it's really meaty. Credit cards are a valuable tool as a financial tool until they aren't. Credit card debt has reached record levels in recent months, perhaps due to inflation and other ways people feel stretched financially. It says, according to data gathered by Bank Reg Data, and reported in a Financial Times article, $46 billion worth of credit card debt were considered write-offs by lenders in the first 9 months of 2024. Okay, that means, and you're going to see, this is the first 9 months. Okay, so bank lenders, they said, you know what, we're writing down the debt, meaning we're not going to be able to recover this money. $46 billion. That's in the first 9 months. When you see the next, the quarter four, I've been warning people about this for a while. Quarter four data is going to show abysmal numbers where even more people are puking up and going, I'm done. I'm not going to pay. Okay. These are people that cannot pay their bills anymore. Okay. Because the economy is coming down. And then as more write-downs happen with the banks, they get even stricter and tighter with the lending standards. Okay. So the last quarter of 24, really those numbers haven't been culminated. They're coming out any day now. They're going to be worse. A creditor considers, it says here, a write-down when the borrower has defaulted on the loan, like I said, right? So then they go into what it's 2025 and it's an advertisement for some credit cards. Go figure, right? So check out this other story, which is very important, and think about how this is going to affect the housing market. As a matter of fact, quick poll. Up or down? Type up or down. Do you think housing prices are going to go up in 2025 or down in 2025? Now, here's the story right here out of Fox Business. U.S. credit card defaults soar to the highest level in 14 years. Okay, that's a big number as far as how long it's been. What happened 14 years ago? We were in the bottom of the worst part of the Great Recession, 2010. Consequently, real estate prices bottomed nationwide in what year? 2010 and a little into 2011. All right. So this is exciting data. And you're going, well, wait a minute. Why is it exciting, Ninja? You've got defaults. Sure, they're soaring, right? People are out of money. Inflation's way higher, but home prices are up there. Well, that's because in the last 4 years, more money has been printed and given to government-backed lenders, Fannie and Freddie, to pump up the housing market to make the White House administration look really smart. Hey, our Inflation Reduction Act worked. No, it didn't, because actually when houses go up, that's a form of inflation, right? And milk didn't go down in price. Eggs have skyrocketed, right? For all kinds of different reasons. I can't even say here. But my point being is that you're now seeing the worst numbers since that we can go back into history and go, well, that's what happened during the Great Recession. When I tell you this crash is going to be bigger in real estate than during the Great Recession, that's how I can confidently tell you this. Like here, watch, check this out. It says, during the first 9 months of 2024, like the last one said, lenders wrote off more than $46 billion in seriously credit card delinquent loans, according to a report from the Financial Times. That's an increase of 50% from the first 3 quarters of 2023. So 50% increase from just 2023, right? And they're doing apples for apples. First 9 months in 2023 compared to the first 9 months in 2024, right? So a 50% increase. And it says it's the highest number since 2010. Now, we're talking about quote unquote, seriously delinquent credit card loans. That means this data is only taking into effect that, where we're talking they ain't paying, they're done. We're talking a year of non-payment, right? That doesn't even account for people that are 30, 60, and 90 days late on their credit cards. And at the same time, we've seen numbers and news stories coming out from 2012. Last year in December 2012. Where am I going with my mind? That showed that credit card usage is exploding. This shows you that the consumer has no money. So you see, the buyers aren't showing up for the houses. The question is, are you going to get ready for this? It says here, high income households are fine, but the bottom third of the U.S. consumer are tapped out. The bottom third. Now, what type of homes do the bottom of third of consumers buy? The cheapest ones. And what are the homes that have been moving up when you get all this crappy Zillow data and Redfin data, and then all the real estate agents tout these increases of housing prices went up 1.2% this month. Well, if you dig down into it, what's actually dropping is rising is the cheapest home on the market, right? When you get into the 800 plus, and there's 2 bands, 800 to 1.3 million, and you go 1.3 to 3 million, and those 2 markets are collapsing. The 1.3 to that higher market is falling faster. The roller coaster is moving faster than the 800 to 1.3 band. But my point being is, everyone keeps citing these cheaper homes. That's nothing, because the lowest part, the 1/3 of consumers, the poorest, they're the ones that are pumping that up. I know it sounds crazy. We all had a starter home. Type I did. Did you ever have a starter home? Meaning you bought your first home, right? Here's the question. Was it an expensive home? Or was it the cheapest thing? Did you just buy what you could afford, what you could get into? The answer is the second. We all bought what we could get into, what we could afford. We fixed it up, we bootstrapped the project, and then we flipped it and we sold it, a couple years later, and we got something nicer. That's how it works. Well, those are the numbers that everyone keeps touting. Oh, look, it's up 1%. It means nothing. It means nothing. So what are you going to do to get ready for it? I hope you're getting ready for this. This is going to be incredible. This is an absolute rock solid fundamental of what's going to happen in 2025, where the buyers showing up, let alone the insurance crisis or high interest rates. This is really exciting. If you could do me a favor, let's do this real quick. I'll just get rid of him, Neil. Thank you, Neil. Everyone, can you say thank you to Neil and my awesome people that help me, moderators. If you want to check out the master course, if you're going to look to buy a house or a rental, or even your 10th rental in the next year and a half, I highly suggest checking this out. Go through all the coursework. There's a lot of it. And then join the once a month calls. And you're going to learn a lot about where you should go, how hard you should go, and when to put the brakes on. And sometimes just learning when to put the brakes on and why saves you tens of thousands of dollars. All right, links down below. It's good for 3 days. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. The Real Estate Ninja is out.